During her first attempt at modeling professionally, Margaux Hemingway was told that she would never be successful in the modeling industry if she didn't change her physical appearance. She was required to clean up her eyebrows and lose 20 pounds in order to look more like model material. However, Margaux was not discouraged by the doubters and naysayers. She believed that she was capable of making it big in the modeling world, and she did just that. While most people seem fixated on the highlights of her career, not many people know about some innate aspects of her life. This video is an in-depth expose into the life of the unforgettable 70s supermodel Margaux Hemingway. The truth behind her birth name. Whenever the name Margaux Hemingway is mentioned, most people automatically remember the incredible American supermodel who turned heads and left people in awe of her charm in the 1970s. While all the exploits associated with that name are true, not many people know that Margaux was not the renowned superstar's birth name. The truth behind her birth name may surprise some people. The model was born in Portland, Oregon, on the 16th of February 1954, to Jack, the son of the renowned writer Ernest Hemingway and his wife. Interestingly, Margaux was initially named Margaux Louise Hemingway when she was born. She was named Margaux after the wine Chateau Margaux, which her parents drank on the night she was conceived, but they decided to spell it as Margaux. When she grew up and discovered that she was named after the wine, she decided to change the spelling of her name to match the name of the wine, and that has been her identity to date. The superstar's childhood was pretty eventful as she grew up surrounded by family. They relocated from Oregon to Cuba, then San Francisco. She spent some of her early years on her grandfather's farm and her godmother's farm. Nothing in her early years prepared her for the dramatic life that unfolded when she relocated to New York after school. Margaux's plan was to become a highly influential model in New York, but the journey to her dream career was not an easy one. Her first modeling agency was not satisfied with her physical appearance. Most people who saw Margaux on the covers of magazines all through the 1970s couldn't ignore her infectious beauty and electric personality. It was not a secret that the supermodel had taken up the modeling industry by storm, and she was extremely good at her job. But her success as a model didn't come easily. In fact, her first modeling agency didn't think she was going to go very far in the modeling world. When Margaux first began working towards putting herself out there as a model, she believed that she was capable of becoming a big name in the industry. Unfortunately, her modeling agency didn't think so. The agency insisted that she wouldn't be a successful model if she didn't make certain physical changes. She was told to clean up her eyebrows and lose 20 pounds if she wanted to get any jobs. However, Margaux was not deterred by their comments and suggestions. She was modern supermodel material, and she only needed the right agency to guide her and help her launch her career. As a result of this, Margaux decided to switch modeling agencies to Eileen Ford's modeling agency. Luckily for her, her new agency was just what she needed to succeed early in the modeling industry. A few months later, Margaux was offered a $1 million contract by Fabergé. She was chosen to be the spokesmodel for their perfume called Babe. This was the beginning of her success as a model. Not only did she get her first major contract in the first few years of her career, but she also made history by becoming the first fashion model to be awarded a $1 million contract. She certainly proved her first modeling agency wrong. She started struggling with disorders at an early age. While the incredible model was setting records and turning heads in the modeling industry, her struggle with mental illness was becoming even more obvious. Although a lot of her fans and well-wishers only got to know about her mental illness struggles during her career, the truth remains that she started struggling with mental disorders when she was just a teenager. Margaux had all the makings of a star at an early age, and she was undeniably destined for greatness. But the one thing that remained a thorn in her flesh for several years was her mental health. While her mates were enjoying the joys of their teen years and making plans for the future, Margaux began to experience mental health challenges. It is quite unfortunate that her health issues started early on in her life when she was still finding her place in society and discovering what she wanted her future to look like. For a while, her teen years were flooded with her struggles with mental health disorders like depression, bulimia, and epilepsy. These struggles must have been debilitating, especially for a young teenage girl. But Margaux was determined to live life fully despite her struggles. When she became famous, her health issues could not be hidden from the public. It didn't take long before her episodes of addiction and depression became highly publicized. While she was appearing on the covers of Elle, Cosmopolitan, and Vogue, she was dealing with her mental health behind closed doors. As time went on, her mental health certainly affected her career negatively. However, one thing that stood out about the renowned supermodel was her fighting spirit. She managed to build a successful modeling career in the midst of her personal struggles. Despite allegedly being abused by her father as a child and having to deal with her mental health, Margaux wasn't crippled by her experiences in life. Her acting career was not so successful. There is no denying that Margaux was one of the most influential and talented models in her time, but her acting career was not so successful. Her first attempt at acting was her role in Lamont Johnson's film Lipstick. She appeared in the film alongside her sister, Marielle, and she played the role of a fashion model who was terrorized by a rapist. Unfortunately, her performance in the film was not received well, but her sister's acting skills were loved by people who took out the time to watch the film. Despite the average performance of the film, Margaux's sister, Marielle, began to flourish in the acting world. She was given opportunities to work with big names in the acting world like Woody Allen and Bob Fosse. Margaux, on the other hand, didn't become as successful as she hoped to be in the acting industry. She appeared in other films like Killer Fish, They Call Me Bruce, and Over the Brooklyn Bridge, but none of her roles were seen as interesting. Most of the films she appeared in flopped. Her career continued to dwindle, and it became increasingly evident that acting was not her strong suit. Margaux later revealed that she felt left out during that period because her sister was soaring in Hollywood and she wasn't. It was a difficult time for Margaux, who felt like she had paved the way for her sister, Marielle, who was now doing better than her. What made things worse for her was the fact that she felt like her sister didn't want her around anymore because of her newfound Hollywood fame. Some said that she was jealous of her sister, while others claimed that she was in competition with her sister. The unfortunate outcome of her acting endeavors doesn't erase the fact that she excelled immensely as a model. She is still remembered today for her million-dollar poses and her impact on the modeling world. She has married twice. Another aspect of Margaux's life that is not talked about often is her love life. The model was actually married twice during her lifetime. She met her first husband, Errol Whetson, when she was a teenager. She had accompanied her father on a business trip to New York when she met Errol. They both later started a relationship that led to their marriage. After her first marriage came to an end, she got married a second time to the French filmmaker Bernard Faucher in 1979. However, their marriage came to an end after 6 years, the real cause of her death. After 42 years on the surface of the earth, Margaux Hemingway passed away in 1996. Her decomposed body was found in her apartment in Santa Monica on the 1st of July, 1996, and a toxicology report revealed that she died as a result of a drug overdose. After several investigations, it was revealed that her death was suicide. Margaux's memory continues to live on in the hearts of her family members and loved ones. She will forever be remembered as a gem in the fashion industry. Did you learn any valuable lessons from Margaux Hemingway's life? Let us know in the comment section and check out the next video.